We're live? How come I don't ever get the notification? All right. I guess it's just a slight delay. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode. Once again, I'm hosting by myself. My co-host, Javon. I'm pointing at him like he's here. He's not here. He's got his wisdom teeth removed. And I told him to come on the show and just not say anything. I thought it would be funny, but I guess he didn't think the bit would be worth the 30-minute drive. So I'm by myself. That's okay. I think today's gonna be a short show. There's not a whole lot of news, but we did have the Video Game Awards, and there's a lot to talk about on there. But as usual, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the new releases of this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first game coming out this week is Waveable, which comes out on the 12th. Today is Sunday the 11th, so that means Monday. Monday the 12th, we got Waveable. Let's go ahead and hit play on that. All right, Waveable is going to be coming out for the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, the Switch, and the PC. So I think that's all of them, right? No matter what you got, if this game looks good to you, you can grab it tomorrow. All right, then next game we got is Crisis Core. And I wish Javon was here for this. I know he would be excited about this one. We got Final Fantasy, whichever Roman numeral that is. I think is 16 or is it 14? It's one of them. It's a reunion, and that's coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. So once again, play this game on whatever you have. Let's go ahead to the next one. Oh, by the way, that's coming out. Crisis Core is coming out on the 13th. So this comes out Tuesday, which is probably what most of these releases will be coming out. All right, go ahead. Next we got Gris. Gris, oh wow, the art style looks really cool. Devolver. Yeah, okay. Anyway, Gris, this comes out on the 13th as well. And this is for PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S and X. So you gotta have the current gen consoles to play this one. It looks really beautiful, whatever it is. Keep it playing. And this is, like I said, comes out the 13th. All right, go ahead. Now we can go to the next one. This is High on Life. This finally comes out. I think they revealed this at some event earlier this year. This is from the creators of Rick and Morty. This guy's been like really putting out games. They had the Rick and Morty game, then they had some other weird game on PlayStation, and now this one. But the other two have been like cartoon games. This is the first one that's got like realistic graphics. I mean, he's holding a fish that's shaped like a gun. So I use the word realistic loosely. Anyway, this one comes out High on Life. This is also on the 13th, so this is a Tuesday release. Let's see, next we got Neon White. This is another one that Javon was excited about. This one is coming out. Oh, by the way, High on Life is Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. Oh, so he had go back a second. So he had a PlayStation exclusive game, and now he has a Xbox and PC exclusive game. Okay. Anyway, this is Xbox Series S and X, and Xbox One and PC. So if you got one of the above, you can play this one. All right, let's go ahead. So this one is Neon White. Like I said, this is the one that Javon was excited about. And this one's coming out for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. See, Xbox gets an exclusive, PlayStation gets an exclusive. All right, let's go ahead to Lil Gator Game. Now this is coming out for the Switch, as you guess. Anything that looks like this is gonna be on the Switch, but it's also on the PC. And this one is coming out the 14th. So this will be on Wednesday the 14th. All right, let's go ahead to the next one. We have a next-gen edition for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And This is the complete edition. There's going to be two. There's the Witcher 3 and the Witcher 3 the complete edition. They both come out on the same day. They both come out December 14th, and it's going to be for it's the next gen edition, so it's going to be for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. And like I said, this comes out on the 15th. All right, let's go ahead to AKA or Aka. Pretty sure it's Aka. It's by the name of the fox. This one comes out. When does this one come out? Aka comes out on the 15th as well. So this was also on Wednesday. This one is for the Switch and PC. The Switch is getting some games this week, it looks like. Usually they don't have a lot of games. Let's go ahead to the next one. We got Blacktail. Blacktail comes out also on the 15th. A lot of games coming out on the 15th. And this one is for the Xbox Series S and X, the PlayStation 5, and for PC. All right, then our last release this week is the 16th. I believe that's a Thursday. And it's the remaster or the cloud release for Resident Evil. So these have been releasing every other week. I think everything on the screen right now has already been released, and Resident Evil Biohazard is the last one to be released. So that's it for our game releases. If you see something you like, you can look up the full trailer and go ahead and grab it sometime this week, assuming you have the right platform for it. All right, let's go ahead and move into our video game. Go to the first tab. Let's go to that first one. All right, so we're gonna talk about Game of the Year. So let's look at some of the other winners from yesterday. So if you look at the top, you'll see where it says previous category. Just have your mouse over that button. All right, so for best performance, God of War won, and it was Christopher Judge won best performance. Interestingly, they also had Sonny, who plays Kratos' son. So they were both nominated so you had God of War on here twice. So you had Horizon Forbidden West, A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War, Immortality, and then God of War. So God of War was on here, was nominated 2 out of the 5 options. And Kratos won, or Christopher Judge. And unlike his character, Kratos, who is a man of few words, Christopher Judge is a man of very, very many words, because he gave one of the longest acceptance speeches. He's like the opposite of Kratos. He's definitely acting, which is maybe why he won best performance, because a guy who talks that much could play a character who doesn't talk at all. Anyway, congratulations to him. And for God of War, they won many more, as you'll see. Let's go ahead to the previous category. All right, best audio design. God of War also won best audio design. They were up against Call of Duty, Elden Ring. They're up against Elden Ring a lot. Gran Turismo 7 and Forbidden West, Horizon Forbidden West. All right, let's go to the previous category. Again, God of War for best score and music. And they were up against Elden Ring, again, A Plague Tale Requiem, Metal Hellslinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. God of War beat those out. Let's go ahead to the next one. Best art direction, finally, Elden Ring beats God of War. And they were going up against Scorn, Stray, Horizon Forbidden West, and of course, God of War. All right, let's go to the previous one. Best narrative. So Elden Ring, I haven't played it, but I heard doesn't really have much of a story. It's more about the gameplay. So when it comes to like God of War versus Elden Ring, it doesn't surprise me. Best narrative goes to God of War. And I just beat this game last night, by the way. So the story was really well written, was really good. I think that's well deserved. Best narrative for sure. I think they deserve that one. Let's go ahead to the next. Go ahead. Best game direction. What does this mean exactly? Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. So that goes to Elden Ring. And let's go ahead to the previous one. Game of the Year. So this is the big award. This is the final award that all the awards are leading up to. The Game of the Year. And it goes to Elden Ring. God of War had been winning almost every award up until that point. So I was thinking God of War was going to win. And I was surprised. Actually, I wasn't surprised. I knew it was either going to be between Elden Ring and God of War. It's just the lead up made me start leaning towards it's going to be God of War. But at the end, Elden Ring won Game of the Year. And this Game of the Year is supposed to recognize a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. So all of those subcategories, best narrative, best sound design, best music, the Game of the Year is supposed to have all of these, which is why it would have made sense for God of War to win now that I think about it. But Elden Ring wins that one. It's based on votes, I believe. So more people voted for Game of the Year for this one. All right, so something interesting happened. Let's go ahead to the next tab. So I was actually watching this live while it was happening. I think I was eating my lunch, and I had turned this on. Go ahead and hit play.
All right. Game of the Year winner is Elden Ring.
All right, so spoiler alert. Some kid runs up on stage who's not supposed to be there and says that he wants to thank his reformed, unorthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. I think that's what he says. So here's how it happened. This is what I want to point out. So you see they're all coming on stage. When he, go back just a few more seconds. So when he first called them, when he first announced their names. Forward.
All right. Game of the Year winner.
So I want to show you how this kid got on stage.
Elden Ring.
All right, so look, they're all there. These are actually the guys who worked on the game. Oh, no, they're all Asian too, so that's how you know they're all together. This guy, the guy behind him, the guy behind him. There's four of them. See, it's these four. They all got up together. Now you see as they come, they're high five. There's the kid right there. So he just came down the aisle and met them. And then he just walks on stage with them. So I guess these guys accepting the award probably think, oh, there he is. So they probably think he's part of the team, or he's part of like the production. The production probably thinks he's part of this team. Maybe they just don't know who he is. I mean, four people came on. Maybe they think I don't know who the fifth guy is. They probably don't know who the other three guys are. So he gives this. You see, he's kind of standing off. He's not with the group. You could tell he's not with the group. He's off to the side a little bit. Now he repositions himself. He goes and stands behind the game director here. I mean, but if you pay attention, you can tell he doesn't belong. But as I was watching the show, he didn't really stand out the first time around when I was watching it. All right, you can fast forward a bit to when this guy finishes his speech. Keep going. He says a few more things. You can fast forward. Because this guy translates for him. So whatever, his speech is twice as long because he says it in Japanese, then this guy says it in English. All right, here we go. I think. So they start playing the outro music. They think they're done.
All right. Well.
Go back. You skipped too far ahead. Back again. There we go. Go back. Go back. Back. Yeah. Back.
Thank you.
All right, right there. All right, see, it's done. They start playing the music, and then the kid comes up. And they're like, oh, and they turn it off.
I think I want to nominate.
Now they're all in the background trying to figure out who is this guy.
Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
By the time they figured out, security came. Now they're escorting the kid. Now Jeff Keighley comes back on stage to wrap up the show, and he's like, "Oh, what the heck was that?" He just like moves on. He doesn't he doesn't acknowledge it. Excuse me.
We're lucky to do this every year, and we want to thank all the industry for their support, and of course all of you around the world. viewers of the show. Tonight, I
Go ahead,
do
you can
have
pause it.
one last special announcement from us. To
So
celebrate-
everybody was talking about that. It's unfortunate because these guys won like Game of the Year, and there's always some shenanigans that takes away from the moment, the attention that the moment is supposed to be on, and it's supposed to be the game director and his team. And instead, everybody was talking about that kid. When I first saw it, I thought he was trying to make some like political statement because all I heard was Orthodox rabbi something. Then I heard Bill Clinton. I'm like, okay, he said something about Bill Clinton. I'm like, and I could tell at that point that he didn't belong because I saw all these guys like rush the stage to escort him. So I was like, oh, he's probably trying to make some like political statement or whatever. This is not the place for it. And I was like, okay, good for Jeff. He just, kind of ignored it and moved on. And at this point, we're there's 3 minutes left in the show at this point. So he comes in at like the very, very end. He even waited for the guy to finish his speech and then came on and said whatever gibberish he had to say. I think it was just a troll. I think he went up there, and now it's like this meme where everybody's like congratulating Bill Clinton for winning Game of the Year because this guy says he dedicates the game to Bill Clinton. Anyway, all the memes came out like congratulating, and someone on the PC even created a mod where you could play as Bill Clinton in Elden Ring. There's a pretty funny video of Bill Clinton in Elden Ring now. But anyway, Jeff Keighley addressed the situation afterwards. If you go to the next tab, it says the individual who interrupted our Game of the Year moment has been arrested. So he just wants to let everyone know, like, this is not a good idea. Don't make this a trend. Because, other people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to try to sneak on stage and say this funny thing or that funny thing or whatever. So don't get any ideas. Braden. What's up, man? Okay, I'll give you a call. Once I'm done with this. But yeah. Don't try that. And Jeff Keighley obviously wasn't happy. This is his event. He put together the Game Awards. So to almost have it go through perfectly, and then 3 minutes before he wraps up for somebody to come do this, I'm sure it was extremely agitating because I'm sure they planned this for months in advance, leading up to this. Anyway, relatively harmless, all things considered. Here's some other big trailers that came out of the Video Game Awards. There's lots of trailers. Go ahead to the next tab. These are just the most popular ones. So this guy tweeted based on views. Let's go ahead and take a look at these trailers. Go ahead to the first one. So the first one was Star Wars. No, on the next tab. Yeah, go ahead and hit play. You could play the music because I'm just gonna go through it in the same style. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This was revealed. I guess this one is the one that's got the most views. So I think people are more excited about this than the other ones, which I'm surprised because there's a pretty big game coming up here. Let's go ahead and to the next one. There's Hades 2. This was also revealed. I'm surprised both of these because Hades, I don't know, this looks like a Switch game to me if I just had to guess, Go ahead and pause. Let's go to the next one. This is from the guy who won Game of the Year. This is from the creators of Elden Ring, I believe. So this is one of the other games they're working on, maybe the next game they're working on. This one was also, where is it at now? How many views? Where's the view count on here? Oh, 422,000? That's kind of low, actually. What does this say? It said it had 2.2 million. Maybe it was on a different, maybe it was on their own channel. That's on the this is on the PlayStation channel. Maybe on their own account, they had 2.2 million. Anyway, a lot of people are excited about this, of course. They won Game of the Year. People like that game. They'll probably like this one. Let's go ahead to the next one. Go ahead and pause the music for this part. So this is Suicide Squad.
Don't sweat it.
And in this trailer, Batman shows up. And as you know, we covered in podcast a few weeks ago, Kevin Conroy passed away, but he recorded this before he passed away. So this will be, I think, his final return as Batman.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Yeah, so this is, I believe, this is the final time we'll hear Kevin as Batman, and this game has been in the works for years. So he recorded all of these lines, obviously before he passed away. So they did a little tribute to him after that as well. So anyway, one last time, I know this game has been anticipated for a while as well, the Suicide Squad, and so we're finally getting a bit closer to the release. One last time to hear Kevin Conroy as Batman. All right, let's go ahead to the next one. Now this is the one that I thought would be number one, Death Stranding 2. I felt like this was the biggest announcement of the Game Awards, really. Even though I haven't played the first one, but I know this is a big game. My cousin, Javon, he freaked out when this came on. He texted me immediately, and he's like, Death Stranding 2! And I was excited too, even though like I said, I haven't played the first one. I knew like, oh, this is huge. Like they made a sequel to Death Stranding, and the first game was huge. It's on my list of games to play. So I'm surprised this did, I'm surprised like Hades 2 and what was it? I mean, Star Wars is a big IP, so Star Wars I understand, but I thought Death Stranding would have been even more than that, or at least right in second place. But to me, this is the biggest announcement of the Video Game Awards. Let's go ahead to the next one. This looks more like DLC to me. I believe it is the DLC or some kind of a expansion. And this is Phantom Liberty. And they reveal, I think in the first Cyberpunk you had, oh man, with Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. And now they reveal a new character who's played by Idris Elba. Or Idris Elba. That's how you actually pronounce it.
He's Arab. He's Arab.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I know the name Idris though. All right. And then, oh yeah, Diablo. I've never played any of the Diablo games, but obviously they're really big because people got excited about this one as well. Very interesting trailer though. It did hold my attention the entire time. Let's go ahead to the next one. The final one. Now we talked about this. We said that this was gonna come out because that guy showed the little image that he received, and it said December 8th, Tekken 8, and sure enough, we got a reveal trailer here. I believe it was a reveal trailer. All right, that's Tekken 8. Okay, hold on, don't play that yet. Don't play that yet. You can fade the music out. That's it for the trailer. So those are just the biggest trailers. There's many more trailers that were revealed, but those are just the biggest ones. Those are the what? I guess you would call that the, I don't know, top 7 is here. All right, now I want to get into our next topic. So the last podcast we did last week, we jokingly said, we talked about the fact that there was over 150 people in the credits for Callisto Protocol and how it was buggy on the PC and some other platforms. And I asked Javon what his experience was on the PlayStation 5, and he said it was very smooth. He didn't really have any problems. And then we jokingly said, oh, it's funny that the only console that it runs smoothly on is the PlayStation, and that they had so many PlayStation employees work on the game. Of course, we were just joking. Let's go ahead and just play that clip one more time. Make sure the computer volume is up so they can hear it.
A lot with the development of the game, which is interesting because which version of the game runs the best? The PlayStation version. I wonder why.
Not the PC.
Nope. Or the Xbox.
150 employees were up to.
Yeah, they were in the background like, oh, I'm going to code this.
Yes, so that it runs terribly on every other console. Don't worry. You don't have to pay for the studio. No, it's all good. It's all good. We got you.
They're like peeking in on their cubicle. How's the Xbox one coming along? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
It's
don't worry about
fine. It'll be just fine.
It's all going according to plan.
All right, go ahead. Pause it. All right, so we made that joke. It was just like something we noticed that like, oh, we were just talking about how many PlayStation employees worked on this game, and that was the story. And we just happened to make that connection that like, oh, look, all these PlayStation employees worked on it, and now the only console it runs smoothly on is PlayStation. And we like, but apparently other people have been accusing PlayStation of running, of doing what we joked about, that they're really speculating. They're really speculating that they did something behind the scenes to sabotage the other consoles and make it run smoothly on PlayStation. So much so that the game director responded to it. So let's go ahead to the next tab. Go up to the top. Let's read the title of the article. The Callisto Protocol performance issues not caused by Sony, suggests game director. So I guess he's heard this enough. We weren't the only people who made that joke. He's heard this enough that he came out and said something about it. Go ahead scroll down to that tweet right there. You can't chase every rumor online, but I have to clear this one up. There are Sony people in the credits because we worked with them on the performance capture for our cinematics. They didn't do any additional work on the game. Hope that clears up any confusion. Yeah, like he says, you can't chase every rumor online. So I guess this must have been like big enough or damaging enough that he felt like he had to address it. Anyway, I thought it was interesting because I thought we just like came up with something on the spot there. But apparently a lot of other people came to that same conclusion that this must be what happened. And I don't know if other people were joking about it like us or if people are seriously like accusing Sony of sabotaging the other platforms. But anyway, he had to come and clear it up. That is all for this episode. It's very short. How long has this been going? This might be world record, shortest episode ever. Anyway, like I said, not many stories. The biggest event this week was the Video Game Awards. So just wanted to cover that real quickly. Also, I don't have Javon with me, so I don't really have someone to bounce off of. Otherwise, I would have picked maybe I would have had some other topics on there. Thank you for joining me on here. Who's with me today? Braden. Thank you, Braden, for joining me. And for the people watching this, the recording that I post later, thank you for watching this. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.